We are your home theater and AV questions answered. This is AVRant. Want your home theater or AV question answered by Tom and Rob? Send it to question@avrant.com. Welcome to AVRant. I'm Tom Andry, and I'm here with
Rob H.
David. This comes from Facebook. So while setting up his new basement theater, David was testing his Marantz SR5011 and a Sony Blu-ray player by playing some movies with Atmos soundtracks. When playing Mad Max Fury Road, it sounded great, and the display on the Marantz showed Atmos as the signal type. But when you switched to John Wick, which also has an Atmos track, it showed Dolby Digital. He switched back to Mad Max, and it showed Atmos again. So what's going on here? Please don't tell me it's one of those things where they need firmware update for the John Wick movie. Is that what it is?
I don't know. John Wick was an earlier release.
That's what I think it is. That's what I think it is. I think it's an early release, and I think that that's the first thing that came to my mind was like, it is a firmware update. It's stupid, and it's just because it was a very early implementation of Atmos on a disc.
Right. So was Mad Max, but those were two of the earlier Atmos discs that came out. I mean, I was trying to remember because I have both these, but I didn't have time to pop them in and look. Because you know how sometimes you put in the movie and the default audio track is not the Dolby True HD track. You know, it defaults to the vanilla Dolby Digital. Warner Brothers does that all the time still. So I can't remember if either of these was a Warner Brothers title. Because, I mean, my first thought was, wait a second, did I have to go, you know, so the discs menu comes up, you know, the one where there's something playing in the background, and it says, you know, play and audio and special features or whatever. And you have to actually go into the discs audio setup menu and select the Atmos track.
That's another option, too. Yeah, for sure.
But I couldn't remember if that was the case. If I had time, I would have looked this up. But, yeah, I mean, the fact that you played Mad Max, the Marantz showed Atmos on the front, everything sounded great. It's like, well, obviously your Blu-ray player and your Marantz are not like broken beyond repair. It worked. Yeah, so I mean, yeah, if it isn't just the default track and you just have to go into the discs menu and set it to Atmos, if it's not that, I'm not sure what it is. Let's hope it's that, because if it's not that, it really is a firmware thing someplace where, I mean, we just saw that with Oppo. They're like, release a firmware update so that, you know, this disc plays better. Right.
Are you kidding
me?
I mean, one disc?
Hey, The Dark Knight, right? The Dark Knight, big release, huge movie, big release, even had the switching aspect ratios between IMAX and 2.35 to 1, all that. It defaults to Dolby Digital.
Yeah.
You have to go into the settings menu and set it to Dolby True HD 7.1. That's not the default audio. So, it's not that. I think that might be the case.
Yeah.
Dumb.
He was also excited by the recent release of the 2017 model 70-inch Vizio E series, especially the $1,300 price point. He was planning to buy one, and then the 70-inch M series was announced this week for $2,000. His TV budget is tight, but maybe he could spend the extra for the M series if it's really worth it. So how much better is the M series over the E series? Is it worth the extra cost? Buy the 2016 M series, which is better than the 2017 M series, and maybe you can get it for $1,300. I don't know what the price is right now, but
it's about $1,600 for the 2016 70-inch M series right now.
Yeah, I would totally go for that. It's got double the zones. You get a free tablet out of it, and you're going to get
Dolby Vision,
and you're going to get all the
new software updates
anyways.
Yep. So, I mean, even though there is a difference between the 2016 and the 2017 M series, in that the 2017 M series supposedly has a little bit wider color gamut and it got a little bit brighter, it's not enough for me to spend $400 more. Yeah. The 2016 M series, good deal. I think strong argument can be made over the 2017 E series, because you're going 12 zones of local dimming to 64. That right there is enough for me to say that is worth $300.
Yeah.
So $1,600 for the 2016 M series is what I would go for.
The local dimming alone, I think, is worth it just by itself. I mean, with nothing else, it would be worth
Dolby Vision
$300
as well. That's nice. So
I know. I'm telling you, those zones of dimming are just for me. That's pretty much that's what I'm looking for in a flat panel display. want your question answered, send it to question@avrant.com. This is AVRant.
Now go out and listen to something.